Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the After Buzz podcast. That's right. My name is Nico Adjimian, your host of the After Buzz, and of course with me is the man of the hour, Buzz Adams himself. Hello. Good morning, sir. We're joined today by Joanna Barba, our producer for the show on the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Good morning, Joanna. Greetings. You guys are already in, break mode already. You guys are about to take your spring break. Senioritis, would you say?
It's like senioritis, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're ready. We got spring fever. We're ready to hit the beaches in Pismo. Pismo Beach.
Pismo Beach. That's the charity that Cher Horowitz helps out in Clueless.
Oh, really?
The Pismo Beach disaster.
What a Horowitz. Joanna, you will be going where for your vacation?
Probably nowhere. Because my nephews go back to school.
Oh, okay. So is that almost nicer, the fact that you can...
Oh, they're going... Yeah, they got to go back to school on Monday.
They go back to school Monday.
2 weeks off for spring break. Can
2
you imagine?
weeks? What the hell?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I never did a spring break when I was in college, like going to Galveston or South Padre.
MTV Beach?
Yeah, nothing like that.
MTV Spring Break. Did you ever watch that?
I really didn't even know anybody who did, but we were... Oklahoma is pretty much the center of the country. It's a long way to go to get to any freaking beach.
I always thought, when I'm older and in college, I'm going to go
do
to
that,
the
and I'm
MTV
going to be a Girls
Spring
Gone
Break.
Wild.
It's going to be so much fun.
I want to be on TRL. That's all I thought.
TRL would have been great.
Okay. Buzz, where are you going?
Driving my mom and my aunt back to Oklahoma, and I'll spend 5 or 6 days there.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
So, how's that trip going to be?
I got podcasts lined up, and I don't know. I'm very on edge.
He's like...
You're still a little like, oh, God.
He seems super stressed out. He went outside right now. He almost was like needing a smoke break. And
Buzz.
And being like, my aunt stresses me out.
No, it's not my aunt.
It's both of them together.
Both of them together. They're like Wonder Twins. Their powers only activate when they're together.
And only one of them has to be the form of water.
Which is hilarious to me because I live with my aunt and my mom live here and do stuff together all the time and are constantly bugging me. And with both of them, it's like nonstop.
You're like, oh, crap. They're teaming up. They team up, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, well, good luck with that. Joanna's bed rotting, she told me.
I'll be bed rotting.
Which sounds amazing to me.
I thought you had tickets for something.
I don't, no.
Tell me you're going to go to the movies at least. Get some Dave's Hot Chicken.
I've already got tickets to go see Ghostbusters and this other movie called Late Night with the Devil.
Horror movie?
A horror movie,
with
yes. It looks good.
The devil. Do you like movies that are about demons and spiritual stuff, or do you prefer the gory ones more?
I do like the demon
The
ones.
hauntings and the...
Yeah.
I like the suspense part of it.
The suspense part of it is
sometimes the gore is the payoff for the suspense, but I don't like it just like gore.
I don't
from
want
start to
just
finish.
gore for nothing. I could be a whore for gore, but if it's just pointless, then what the hell?
All right, guys. You both have things that must be done before you get on your way with your vacation. So we gotta make this kind of a quick AfterBuzz. I'm gonna play a TikTok from a mom. Her name is, hold on real quick, Shasti Leia.
I'm sorry?
Her name is Shasti Leia. She's a mom.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
And she is upset about something. Mostly she's upset about her daughter being sent home for a dress code violation. Pop me up, please.
Okay.
O'clock in the afternoon. They only have an hour and a half left of school, by the way. But at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, she's being sent home for a dress code violation. My child is wearing a shirt, much like I'm wearing, but hers is brown. Identical shirts. Hers is brown.
Just a normal shirt.
Hers doesn't have buttons. It's just a round neck. It goes all the way to her neck bone. She's wearing that in black, Halar pull-on blue jeans. Not leggings, but blue jeans. And she's being sent home at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. An hour and a half, or 2 hours before school gets out. I'm sorry, they got up at 3:30. 2 hours before school gets out, she's being sent home for a school violation. Because her outfit is distracting to the boys. 2024, and we're still teaching the boys that girls are their sexual play toys. If you dress like that, you're setting yourself up to be raped. But we're not.
Good Lord, what are you playing?
Hold on, keep going.
Girl,
You just missed
don't have a right to call her anything outside.
Oh man, you missed and it's TikTok. I can't rewind it.
Hate
You can't bring the audio out because I can't rewind the part.
The point is, her daughter was sent home to home.
No,
from
but
school.
First of all, you're using way too much audio.
Oh, well, this is a
Especially
podcast.
a thing that's
This is a podcast. I can use as much audio as I wanted to.
not cool just to kind of lift somebody's audio without
I'm not.
breaking and commenting on it.
It's 30 seconds worth of it. It's less than the New Zealand
Also-
family
Hey,
does.
I'll send you a link later on for converting TikTok audios into MP3s.
Thank you. That would be good. So, let me
help
finish
a
what
lot.
her statement was. She goes,
Say it.
hold on. She
Jesus
goes, it's 2024 and girls are their sexual play toys. She says, we're not teaching boys that you don't have a right to put your hands on girls. We're teaching them that girls are a distraction.
Well, you've got to describe the outfit. I mean,
She was kind of describing it, but what did they say was the problem with the outfit?
All she says is
Just
that
that it was a
that was a
distraction.
distraction to the boys in class.
Dude, that was always such a bullshit response at school.
You had heard that before?
it a distraction
like,
to the boys?
Like they always had to put hey, put your hands to your side to see how long your skirt is. If it was shorter than that, you would get sent
But I
home
think
or
she brings up a good point that your rules are because boys are so uncontrollable and horny
boys and the boy teachers, man.
that you are the
we
one.
had some pervy teachers when I was in
Right?
school.
But do you understand
Not
what she?
pervy toward the boys, but pervy toward like the
yeah.
cheerleaders and stuff.
Oh, she goes on to say
Pervy.
that. She goes on to say, if you really think that's distracting the boys, then why do we have cheerleader outfits that look the same? Those are distracting the boys.
God, that was always
Wasn't
such
there a story
terrible-
about a
Volleyball
cheerleader
outfits.
that got sent home for wearing her cheerleading
Yes.
outfit on Spirit Day?
And it was the cheerleading outfit that they
that you
assigned.
use.
But do you guys understand what this whole thing is that it's because boys feel the need to touch girls when they look too promiscuous. If you look too promiscuous,
Right.
you're attracting boys
That's
to do that.
always been the bullshit response that they give.
Okay.
And it
because you're a
it
distraction to
shouldn't-
the boys.
It should not matter what the girls are wearing. You could be wearing nothing or zero or very little. The boys should be taught that you just don't touch. And
Rather, yeah. And
slut shame.
instead, they're just saying, no, you need to go home and change.
Right.
Because you're the distraction.
So that's the way it was when you were at school.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
apparently
sure.
that's still the way it is
I
today.
guess that's still the same way. I mean, I didn't go to school that long ago.
Right. We're not that old.
I'm not that old.
What do you think about that? Do you think it is the girl's responsibility to prevent the way they look from attracting unwanted attention, or is it really asking society to say, "Hey, should we teach men to act a certain way?"
Do they ever tell the boys, "Hey, quit wearing such tight pants. You're getting all the girls hot and bothered"?
I don't think they do that kind
I
of
don't
stuff.
think I've ever heard of a situation where
Has
a
anybody-
boy was sent home
because
because
of
they
their
were the
clothes?
distraction to the girls.
I remember kids getting sent home in high school like dudes because they had a rock band T-shirt with a
Or a
really
bad word or just-
bad word on it, that
Right.
kind of stuff. But it was never because your body is distracting the women. Isn't that a weird? It's such a
This
weird.
one guy got
concept.
sent home one time when I was in high school because his shirt said professional leg spreaders. And I was like, holy shit, Tommy wore that shirt. And they're like, oh,
What
Tommy
grade?
got sent home. I was like a sophomore in high school.
Okay, third grade, a kid in third grade with me wore a T-shirt that said FBI, but in little letters it said female body inspector.
Like the shirt you get at Spencer's.
I guess. But,
That's
so
great.
his parents put him in it that morning, I
That's
guess.
great.
And the teacher didn't say anything about it because you had to look at it real close to see that it didn't just say FBI.
That's funny.
8 years old.
That is hilarious.
Another point to that lady's video, she does mention there's only an hour left of school.
Why?
It took them that entire day to be like, oh, you are now officially
They
a
probably had to
distraction.
call all the coaches and the shop teacher and the vice principal and make
Hey,
sure they
take a look.
checked it out.
Hey, everybody come look at this chick. Is she distracting you?
But if anything, volleyball uniforms and cheerleading uniforms are way more sexualized than just normal school dresses.
God, I remember when the girls would walk in with their cheerleading outfits or their volleyball, and then you
yeah,
just knew,
you knew that-
coach was just checking the coach that had to
Yeah.
teach history.
But the boys too, right?
And the boys
Yeah.
too, yeah. But it was even creepier because it was the teacher. And you
Oh,
I mean, the
that-
cheerleading costumes are designed. I know that they claim it's wholesome, but they've always been kind of designed to be a little
Sexy.
risque and
Yeah.
sexy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Weren't you the one telling me that you had a male teacher that put like a chair or seat desk next to his?
Yeah, he was the baseball coach who also had to teach history because the coaches had to teach something.
Right.
Double
It was always
duty.
History,
And,
right.
and they hated it. They didn't
Yeah.
want to teach. So this guy would, out of every class, he would pick one girl, and it was usually, if he could, a cheerleader. And she had a special desk next to his desk, and I swear to God, it was so he could peek over and look down her shirt because I'd catch him doing it. He was such a bad teacher. We would go in, and there would be a message on the blackboard. Read chapter 4, answer questions in back of the book. He'd have the newspaper up in front of his face. He wouldn't say a word to
Dude,
us
they
for the
always
entire
had the
class.
newspaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our football coach was the history teacher too, and then he would just be like, everybody just pick something from the newspaper and we'll do current events."
Now,
Well, you guys are lucky because
I
my
wasn't-
coach was the math teacher.
Oh no.
I wasn't a good student, and this does not sound like something I would have thought, but in his class, I was like, hey, I'm missing out on history because you're doing a shitty job,
Yeah,
and
you're
you're
like,
checking out this 15-year-old.
Are we ever going to learn anything?
Right.
Are you going to teach us something? No, because you're busy checking out the cheerleaders.
Oh, and that was the only class that I ever got SWATs in high school.
You got swatted.
In high school,
Oh my god.
as a junior.
Oh my god.
In that guy's class. You know why?
And that dude swatted you for looking down a chick's shirt?
No, for talking to the guy in the seat next to me.
What the fuck?
It's like, dude, you're not taking this class seriously. Why should I take this class seriously? Right?
Yeah.
And I said that to him in the vice principal's office.
And they would always be like, you got to be quiet. And it's like, well, you're not freaking doing anything.
Yeah, right. You are
We went off on a different
absolutely
tangent
the
here.
worst teacher on
No,
the
this is
planet.
perfect.
And you're going to give me SWATs for talking to Doug Wertman.
I love when Buzz mentions a friend. He always says the first.
They always have weird Midwest names.
Pete Blanchard.
Pete Blanchard.
That's
Pete
son of a
Blanchard,
bitch.
son of a bitch.
So I went to a Silva magnet program.
I know, Nico. You're a genius. Let's all hear it for Nico.
that's right.
You went to Silva Magnet School.
And
Did you go on a Fulbright scholarship or something?
the teachers were never like that. We had all really
yeah,
good teachers.
they probably put the good
Well,
teachers
yeah.
in
We
there.
had
Of
all
course.
really good teachers.
You
and
kind of had to.
I
all-
went to regular shitty school.
all
Right. I went to Coronado and then Parkland.
all nerds, really. So there was not any discipline issues, really. It was just like kind of nice.
You went to a school where they, the students and the teachers both took it seriously.
Well, we shared a campus with Jefferson, and I'll tell you, I have cello friends from then even. Iggy is not my first cello friend. Last thing I wanted to bring up, Johnny Depp released a picture of himself and Robert Downey Jr., who knew such good friends, from
Awesome.
the 80s. Take a look at this.
Okay. God, Johnny Depp was so hot.
Oh, look at those cheekbones. That looks freaky.
I always had a crush on him ever since Edward Scissorhands.
God, I wonder what they were at.
That's a good question.
It wasn't like they were just hanging out on a movie set. They were
No,
at
it
an
looks
award
like an
ceremony or
award
something.
ceremony.
Well, he's had to take the picture down
How come?
Why?
because it was edited.
Shut up.
I don't care about that.
Well-
Nobody's claiming that Johnny Depp is dead.
This is what they...
Princess Kate.
Well, no.
So it was edited. What do you mean?
He took a picture.
Did Reuters put out a kill on this photo too?
Yes, they did. No, I'm just kidding. This was the original picture.
Oh, it's Robert Downey Jr. and Sarah Jessica Parker. And he just like what?
He cut out Sarah Jessica Parker and put himself next to her instead of her.
Hilarious.
Look at that mess. You know, she was on a
His arm around
He
him.
just cut out Sarah Jessica Parker and put himself in.
Hilarious.
Sarah Jessica Parker was on a show called Square Pegs, and it was all about like high school kids and
Yeah.
the music.
And
You heard of Square Pegs?
I've heard of it.
All about pegging.
Her and Jamie Gertz.
Oh,
Is that where your love for Jamie Gertz?
That's probably where it blossomed first.
oh, Buzz squirts for
And it
Gertz.
just like came to climax in Lost Boys? Where
Oh,
she played
when the wind's blowing through her hair and stuff.
Oh, Gertz makes it hurts. Can we do any more?
I did not
That
like the
Sarah Jessica
squirt.
Parker
That's a
always
bad
always
word.
looked like a horse.
Oh my god!
You're just doing the
Joanna.
Family Guy a bit about
She
her.
looks like a horse. And she was supposed to be the hot witch in Hocus Pocus.
She was the
Okay.
hot witch in Hocus Pocus.
So explain
There's
to
no doubt
me.
about it.
Explain to me how.
Kathy Najimy was the hot one.
Hell yeah, she was.
No, it was
Winnie. Winifred.
No, it was the
Bette
other
Midler?
one. Bette Midler.
Yeah, that's Winifred.
That's Winifred.
She's
Yeah.
Bette Midler's Winifred.
Yes.
Yes. Who are you thinking?
The Nanjani.
She was the one with the crossed
Kathy
eye.
and Jimmy was Mary.
Oh, okay. How would Johnny Depp know Robert Downey Jr. back in the 80s? Were they in a movie together?
They were definitely like the hot items back then.
They were part of what you might call the Brat Pack.
What
Yeah.
was the Brat Pack?
A bunch of young actors who maybe dated each other.
Right.
You know,
and they
Rob
kind of like
Lowe.
all came out
Yeah.
into movies
You know what?
at the same
It's
time.
everybody that met while they were making.
St. Elmo's Fire.
No. Well, yes. But before that, the Outsiders.
Outsiders. So
And
then people were mad because Johnny Depp shared this photo? Or
And photoshopped Sarah Jessica Parker out.
Was he dating Sarah Jessica Parker at the time?
Robert Downey Jr. was.
Oh, I see.
That's funny.
But wasn't, who's her husband now?
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew
Was
Broderick.
he a Brat Pack as well?
No, I don't
No,
think he
was
really
a
is.
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't
Yeah.
seem to really be in with that
You're right.
crowd. How do you know this?
Yeah.
Because I've taken media classes. Did
You
you
know
And they
hear?
so
talk about
much.
the Brat
We
Pack.
talked about the impact of 80s movies and stuff like that.
That was a good class. Did you have good
culture.
teachers?
I did. I had really good instructors at shout out community college.
Oh, you want to name, what was the teacher's name?
Dr. Viescas.
Let me see. Who
And
else would you
everybody
compare?
freaking loved him because he was great and hot.
Who else would you consider part of the Brat
Brat
Pack? Probably
Pack?
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore.
Anthony
Tom
Michael
Cruise?
Hall?
No, he
not
was
so.
more like, what do they call the geek thing?
Yeah, right.
The Geek Squad.
The Brat Pack were always like the kind of like.
Emilio Estevez.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, River
Probably
Phoenix?
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
River Phoenix probably a little bit younger than those than
Oh,
that
probably.
crop.
He was at the Viper Room when he died.
Oh, man.
Johnny Depp's bar.
I guess he must have owned it at that time. Yeah,
By
he
the
would
way,
have been young.
for the record, and I say this to Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick, if they ever hear this, I think I've always thought Sarah Jessica Parker was lovely.
And not horse-like at
Not
all.
at all.
I'm sorry. I think she's awesome too.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I say that with a very strongly felt nay.
Well, we've made enough hay about this.
All right, that's going to do it for today's episode of the AfterBuzz podcast. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. You can catch us on the Buzz Hours Morning Show, not next week, but you can still hear me and Alberto.
We're going to be on vacation next
Yeah.
week.
Hell yeah.
Nico and Alberto are going to have to do this. Are you going to do an AfterBuzz?
Yeah, probably still.
I want to hear those.
I'll send them to you. All right, talk to you next time.